So I just randomly picked up 3 brand new high-end fragrances and I wanted to do some videos about it. So today we're going to be talking about those. I bought 3 and I smelled them before, but I haven't talked about them. First one is Bond No. 9 New York Nights. We got Kajal Kolada, and one that I've been waiting to get for a while, Parfums de Habdan. So let's talk about them. Let me know. I'm gonna let you guys know all my thoughts, performance, all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get it. What's good, my great smelling dudes? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude, back at you talking about some fragrances that I just got in. I decided to do a nice little haul here where I picked up some fragrances from Olfactory and Venba Fragrance. So if you haven't checked out, every week I always post links to sales to both Venba and Olfactory, who have most of the time the best fragrance sales, especially for high-end fragrances, whether albeit new releases, testers, or just full presentations. Those are the 2 to find them on. I don't have any codes, but you don't need codes for those sites because they're very, very good prices. So just keep an eye out on my posts tab. Anyway, before we get into it, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Everybody smash that like, comment below. Let me know what you guys think of these 3 fragrances. I think I did a review on my live stream for this one, but not sure. But I will start with that. Again, I have 3 fragrances here. They are Kajal Kolada, Bond No. 9 New York Nights, which I've never talked about on my channel. And the third one, I have too many fragrances in front of me, Parfums de Habdan, which I have talked about on my channel before, but that was like 4 years ago. So let's start out with this gem. This is Kajal Kolada, released only a few months ago from the house of Kajal. Very beautiful looking bottle. As you can tell, it has that kind of like mosaic tile all across the front of the bottle, making it look like that old kind of Spanish house, or like if I went to the Bahamas, they had this all over the walkways. But very, very beautiful, very tropical looking. And based on the name, what would you think this would smell like? Pina colada, right? And apparently, whenever people got PR packages, like I saw Cuba No got a PR package for this, and it came with like mango, coconut, and a couple other things mixed together in a jar that all you had to do is put it in a blender, and it created the smoothie that this was made after, which is pretty. I wish they would do that with like all the bottles, but oh my god, people were hating on this before I got it in and saying you shouldn't worry about it. It sucks. Blah blah blah. Whoop! I caught it. I'm playing around with the cap. Anyway, so people were hating on it before it came out, talking about how it's just femme, it's weak, it sucks, blah, blah, blah. I love this shit. My wife likes this stuff. My daughter likes this stuff. We all like this stuff. It smells exactly what you would think. Most of the time, people always ask me, like, I want a pina colada scent. What's a good pina colada? I could never answer them. I could give you a coconut scent. I could give you a pineapple scent. I could give you whatever. There was never like a true pina colada scent. This is it. This smells like you're taking like mashed up mango pineapple mixture and you're mixing it together with vanilla and coconut and making yourself like a lightly boozed pina colada. It smells like almost like pineapple Dole Whip. This stuff is gourmand as hell. Fantastic for the summer. I don't think you could wear it outside the summer though, because this smells like a beach. But this is like one of the beachiest beach. So stop being a beach and go buy this, because it's absolutely fantastic. All right, and I know I keep saying that, but I mean it's phenomenal, as I always say. Pina colada in a bottle. And as far as the performance, it's meh, but I don't care. Kajals are hit or miss with the performance, and this one was, I got about 4 hours on it. It performs for like 2 hours, but then it kind of just sits closer to your skin. So if you're not a big fan of performance, like, then whatever. But if you are like a big stickler on performance, you might not want to spend $199 for a fragrance that gets you 4 hours. But with that said, stuff smells so good. I could just smell it all day long. It's such a good, like, if you like the smell of pina colada, just buy that. And just trust me, it smells like a pina colada. It's just great. So anyway, but if you don't like coconut, then anyway, going to the next one. Let's talk about Habdan. Parfums de Marly Habdan. I actually really like this kind of like jet black bottle. This is fall in a bottle, but this is not going to be for everybody because there is this rose note in it that kind of makes it a bit polarizing. It all depends on what you get from it. I am very sensitive to rose, so sometimes when I smell this, I don't like it. And sometimes when I smell it, I absolutely adore it. Because underneath that kind of rosy smell, which a lot of people get kind of as an undertone, it's almost like this fallen leaves around a smoked caramelized apple. That's kind of what it comes off to me, but with a little bit more of a vintage perfumey vibe underneath that. And so this is not going to be like an everyday wear in the fall. This is a definite like, let's go on a hayride, or are we going and I don't know, walking through a haunted house, or are we going to go roll in the hay, lay by the bay? What do you say? You know what I mean? Like this is kind of like that fall activity type scent. Or if maybe it's like a really cold day and you guys are having like a outside get together, maybe a bonfire or something like that, I think that this would be a fantastic scent. But again, it has this kind of like fruity spiciness that mixes together with that rose. As you get to the dry down, that floral tone kind of abates as you kind of get more of this ambery richness, warm, caramely vibe that comes in to fix together with that fruitiness that you get from the opening, which again is not like an overly fruity fragrance, but you blend that together and it comes off almost like if you took a caramelized apple and you rolled it in like leaves and spice. That's kind of what that smells like, with this kind of perfumey, floral, rosy undertone. That's what the fragrance smells like, and that rosy undertone kind of goes away as you get further in, replaced by more of an ambery tone, and that's where the fragrance really hits its stride. This is 8 hours, so it does last, and on close it's like 12. Habdan is a thumbs up for me, but it's not going to be for everybody. This is a try before you buy, do not blind buy, 100% do not blind buy, but it's really, really good. Anyway, getting into the third of the bunch. I'm trying to get to this thing where I'm not like overly talking too much, and I'm just like giving you guys the gist of the fragrances. So hopefully let me know in the comments if you think this is like a better form of reviewing. Instead of doing 3 fragrances in 20 minutes, doing 3 fragrances in like 8 to 10. Anyway, Bond number 9, New York Nights. I got a decan of this about a month and a half ago from my buddy over at Scent Rush. And also I got a decant from my buddy at Ballcap Cologne. So thank you to you two. There was a rumor out there that this smells like banana bread. And there's no banana in it. But I'm telling you, it smells like banana bread. It does. It does not have a banana smell. But if you've ever smelled banana bread doesn't necessarily smell like bananas. It smells like banana bread. And while this has a little bit more going on to it, just like Bond number 9 New York Night, or New York Nights, Bond number 9 New Harlem, another one that I have that's gourmand. It's like pancakes and syrup with other things going on in it. So that's what this is. It kind of reminds me, and I don't want to stray too far away from the path, it does smell like this kind of nutty banana bread in the opening. And as you get to further into the dry down, it even becomes more so, except for it's replaced with more of this kind of like woods and a light floral and some amber, like creaminess. But definitely has that bready smell, sweetness, night out, cold weather. This stuff is amazing. I mean, and with all that said, it's not like too overly sweet. It's not syrupy sweet like New Harlem. This is as close to getting to like a banana bread while also maintaining its like wearability as a fragrance itself. And 100% unisex, maybe leaning a bit masculine because of the spice in it. But it's a nice blend of floral spice, a little bit of this kind of like fruity, creamy, nutty smell, a little bit caramel, ambery. I don't know the notes of this. I put them on the screen. I've never looked at the notes from this, and I don't care because, again, I'm just telling you what I smell. And it's like an ambery, lightly nutty banana bread that has like a slight floral woody undertone when you get to the dry down. I'll wear this all year. I'm glad that I was sent a decan. It makes me want to try more from Bond, even though I've tried like 8 to 9 and like 6 of them I wasn't a huge fan of. This one's great. So it makes me think there are other Bonds out there I need to give a shot. So anyway, if you have any recommendations for any Bonds or any, I already tried Kajal Lamar, Kajal Ohm, Kajal Icon, Kajal 2. No, I didn't try 2. And Kajal, there was one other one I tried. But I tried all those. But if you could think of any other Kajals or Bonds that you would like me to try, I'd be happy to. Just give me a shout in the comments. And those are 3 fragrances that all I would give a thumbs up if I had to rank them from which ones I would, if I had to pick up only one and then the next one like 6 months later and then the next one 6 months later, I would say the first one would be this, depending on the season. Since we're going into the fall, I would probably say this would have been my first pickup, and then this one, then Habdan, just because these two have a much better wearability factor than Habdan does, but it all depends on your style of fragrance and what you like. But for me, I think that all 3 of them are definitely worth a look. If you're looking for blind buying and you know you like gourmand fragrances, then you like, this is the easiest one to blind buy if you know you like pina coladas. This one, if you like gourmand sweet fragrances, I don't think this is going to be a hard pass for anybody. And Habdan's going to be a try before you buy, no matter who you are. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you tried any of those, if you like this video, make sure to hit that subscribe and like button. I'll be back with another one.